Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and welcome to Mirage, where we are going to be playing the second map of the series. It's Movistar's pick, and they are going to be forced to play on the T side. MOUZ selecting to start on the defense, and it looks like we are going to see them playing retake here at A.
Just nice and defensive. Hopefully that P250 doesn't do too much damage, because that could be a real spatter in the works for MOUZ's strategy here. Stack numbers over towards B, but as we can see with the overview, that's not going to be where the action is. There's that late lurk potential, though, for Movistar through mid-connector. That utility starts to pour on into A.
Yeah.
Actually, this player under balcony, Bymas, is going to be a real threat.
Man's been pretty crisp with these pistols as well. Be able to pick up that first kill. Stops the swing on the second, but he won't pick up more than that. Trade's coming through for Movistar, and that'll get them the numbers advantage. Death's now looking to plant here at triple. Nice and safe from CT. JDC, his position is known, but Death's on the first swing. Allows it to get back to this 2-on-2. Davig needs to stop this swing coming through from jungle, but JDC connects. Now it's down to Alex, but he won't last long either. MOUZ make it work with a man disadvantage in the retake on this pistol.
That was looking such an impossible task for MOUZ as the kills started to fly in. As soon as they lost control of mid-connector as well, I thought, this is it, they're done, they're dusted. And, well, how wrong was I?
100% wrong.
100% wrong. There you go.
You were. Yeah, I checked the stats. I asked Pilski, he's maybe asleep, but I woke him up and said, what was the chances? And he said, 100%.
100%, just like MOUZ's ancient win ratio. I'll take it.
It's a good stat to have in your bag of tricks. And let's see if they can stop this T force bite from getting Movistar across the line here.
Well, they were ready. They were jostling at the top of mid, but they've just been spooked a little bit. Bit of utility coming out from MOUZ that's just made them sit back and wait out some CT aggression. However, MOUZ have not acted on it. So it's just chewing up a bit of time here now for Movistar. They don't really have too much territory anywhere else other than mid, so they're now sending numbers out through the B halls. Going to be just a pop-up surprise attack, but thankfully nobody from MOUZ is in the window.
Very passive approach, just giving up so much control there at mid. Frozen. Watching that cross into jungle. And now we are going to see Dexter push his way into PAL, so MOUZ can play full retake at A once again, shifting across. Starting to bolster the defenses here at B. And that timing of the smoke into apps is perfect. Both these Ts are going to have to go through. And I'm not seeing too many flashes remaining, just one from Alex.
A lot of work to do off a single flash. However, they've got numbers grouped up towards short. That's going to help. Alex forges his way in, and it doesn't matter. JDC's got work to do from the van, and at FAMUS, it's got to do a lot. Oh. It's round two. Can it find a third? It's looking good. Okay, that is a round steady for MOUZ. Now, Sunpius could make this expensive. However, I think everything is against him. And so, JDC had a quiet first map, but he springs to action there and provides MOUZ a lifeline.
Firing up early. That's what you want to see from the man. 2 in a row. MOUZ off to a better start than map number 1. But they've won every pistol so far. So that's another stat.
Here we go. Just one for stats today.
Movistar, what have they got for us? They just wanted to get these Glock rounds over and done with pretty quick before, and we'll see if that happens again. There's a few digs to play with, but they're all going to be chipped away at very early on, within 15 seconds of the round. And MOUZ, they want to fight for mid this time.
Dexter looking to aggress into underpass here just momentarily. The flash there, it's perfect. Just in the nick of time as well, however. They're running into the meat grinder. All these rifles just chewing through Movistar ever so quickly, and that keeps the round nice and clean for MOUZ. Here we go. This is the gun round. This is where things start to get interesting. Sunpius back on that AWP, as I was highlighting earlier too. Both of these AWPers seem to just do a lot of their work on that CT side.
Yeah.
So AWPing on T side it's a different ball game, particularly on a map like Mirage too. You're really relying on your opponents over aggressing, making mistakes in their positioning.
Okay.
Okay.
He attempted to put that AWP on the line, boosting early at A main, but they didn't get there in time. MOUZ crossing before the boost came through. And Movistar, they made some noise, but Bymas has heard them leave, so he's just peeked dry into A main, revealed that there's nothing going on over here. And now we're going to see MOUZ start to put more priority over towards mid.
Just backing off as set smokes will come in. Now some Pius again. Looking to fashion that opening, however.
Oh, Davig.
Dexter.
I think he spotted Dexter there, lines him up, and finds him for free.
No trade potential whatsoever. Nobody around to help Dexter. And so, MOUZ a deep set, particularly at A. And, well, it's important that Bymas does stay alive, so torzsi is going to flash himself into mid-connector, but he's not going to be expecting Davig to just sit there. A lot of work to do for Bymas, though. I don't think this is going to be achievable. He's going to need to at least stay alive for a lot longer now. Whoa. He's copped so much util damage.
I think he's used that glow of the molly just across to safety. Cost him a pretty penny. And MOUZ, they realise they can get that full investment into the next, maybe even further forward. JDC catches the timing. He'll even be able to upgrade from that FAMAS to an AK. The save is on. Movistar going to be very happy just to keep these 4 players alive, so I dare say they're not going to go for the hunt here, but they will be happy to get this first T round on the board.
It all starts somewhere.
That's the one.
MOUZ, though, they save these 3 weapons. They'll be able to buy into the next. And should be able to get that AWP too as well. You'd expect Dex to be able to take that, drop that over to torzsi. Or, you know, if he's wilded, could even glass AWP it himself, but I doubt that is ever going to happen. So, that AWP gets shuffled over. MOUZ now. Going to have something of their own to try and counter. I mean, some Pius didn't really find so much impact with the AWP. It was more on the back of the rifles. But, I don't know. MOUZ found themselves a little bit disjointed there. Dexter getting picked by himself. No trade potential whatsoever.
Yeah.
Can't happen in this next round.
A slower approach from Movistar, who are waiting for all these smokes to bloom at the top of connector as well, as they start to flash their way through. And MOUZ not looking to defend it aggressively. Dexter spotted there and missed the opportunity to get that first kill through the edge of the smoke. So, opening kill of the round going to Movistar. And they've been pretty good this series at converting from here. But towards the end of Ancient, MOUZ, they were coming back from a man down. So let's see if they can do it here as well on Mirage.
Very much turtled up towards that B site. It's a big gamble to take. But, I mean, Bymas has got so much information just pushing through on the A ramp. So, actually, potential here, you can catch out the AWP and the bomb. Trade is there, though, for mopoz.
Spacing pretty wide, but some Pius is going to do it all himself anyway. Bomb not spotted, as it was coming through on the second man, and Alex starts to make his move up on. And from here, 3 live AWP, very valuable. MOUZ already looking to call that save.
Yep. Not much chance here. Maybe a 4v3. 5v3s. Very difficult to convert. Particularly in these retake scenarios as well. Trying to look after their money as best they can.
Yeah.
Should be able to get those 2 dropped as well, Bymas and Dexter, should they save these weapons in their entirety. Is Movistar going to try and push and go for these kills? Doesn't really look like they are going to, but I mean, JDC is the only real outlier here. It's been a well-worked round for Movistar. They've managed to at least stabilize a little. But very early days here on Mirage.
Nice safe save there. And Movistar able to string a couple together. Now looking to tie things up here into round 6, as we are going to see reinvestment again, potentially. JDC could drop across a rifle. That's exactly what we're going to see. And it's another full buy coming through from MOUZ. Plenty of util. Kits mostly across the board there. And Movistar just identifying a weakness over towards the A side of the map. And really enjoying going for this mid control.
Absolutely. See, now the thing for me about MOUZ is that they actually don't get the majority of their rounds on this map on that CT side. So I wouldn't write them off just yet if they weren't to win out the half. And that being said, though, Movistar, they're far better on that CT side anyway, so...
Yeah.
Basically, stats don't really tell us exactly what's going to happen, but it's just interesting to talk about these things. Because, if anything, it shows that MOUZ have a depth of strategy on that T side. Not a lot of teams find it easy to do. So, this slow approach from Movistar really is making MOUZ respect the way that they're playing. Like MOUZ have tried for some of these aggressive pushes in mid. They've tried to, you know, take chances, tried to take individual duels, sit behind smokes.
Yeah.
And hasn't really worked for them.
Torzsi almost stuck in con. Molly going to be invested just to flush him out of this position. Allow the control to be contested by Movistar. And towards the bottom of mid, going to chip away out on Alex as well. And MOUZ, this setup they had around stairs, around Sandwich, it's going to gravitate back deeper in towards CT. Torzsi starting to make his way through as well. Flash is coming. And looking to sell this fake. Frozen though. Times his way in through short to at least get one, but the trade's favouring Movistars as they get full control of the site. Bomb crosses to safety, but mopoz not going to be able to stop this push out of market door.
Oh.
Dexter, missed opportunity there. And now on the 2-on-3, MOUZ thinking about backing away.
Davik is just a one-man wrecking ball right now.
Yeah.
Like, he is just tearing through them. He's able to just roll onto that site. He's got a few, I guess, of those impact frags. You call them impact frags because they've opened up bomb sites. Yeah, he got 3 of his 6 frags in that round, but looking at the previous rounds, he's been able to open up these bomb sites for Movistar just with a single frag here and there.
He had a bit of a rough first map, but it just goes to show that, you know, certain players have preferences in terms of maps as well. He might be having a better day at the office now that we are on Movistar's choice of scenery. In round 7, all tied up now as Movistar's taking yet another, and Frozen just loses that battle of the timing and couldn't do enough coming in from short.
Let's just see whether or not MOUZ can start to steady the ship. We saw it on the first map on Ancient. Right? We cast your mind back to Ancient, and we saw it was very much Movistar riders in the early phases of the map, really starting to establish themselves, getting a lot of these early round picks, and MOUZ were able to reel them back in and just slowly grind their way back. Are we going to see something similar here? Certainly, if you're a MOUZ fan, you'd be believing so. But again, they've lost an early opening duel. And so that's not been boding well for them. They've been losing a lot of these early opening picks. No trade potential. It's really been hurting them.
Slow approach, and Dexter shows some aggression over towards Powell, gets that control. Death so looking at timing out a main, but Dexter punishes him for being there solo. And Dexter just keeps on going forward. Some Pius was not quite on the line, and this could be another freebie. Dexter aware that he's not going to clear this angle. There's the bomb, and there's the round in the hands of MOUZ. Davik not going to be able to bring that one back from the brink. And 4 alive for MOUZ means that economy will start to stabilize.
It's much better for them. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for MOUZ. A round that stabilizes them a little bit, allows them to try and build some economy. But they are still very susceptible right now to being reset. And so, Movistar have that potential. They've got mopoz on that Mac 10, so maybe looking to deploy him fast and hard. I'll be looking at that A execute after some early presence on. MOUZ have taken control of mid though, so there is a bit of an information push coming through as they execute onto A, so the timing's going to be of the essence. All the smokes, that should be a smoke plant, you would suspect though, for Movistar. Let's in that wall in a little while.
Flash across. They're going to go straight through and look to get some jungle control with it. Bomb as well in the back of apartments means it's going to be a B hit. It's all a ruse. All that util used. And MOUZ already starting to make their way back, dealing with that lurk out of apartments. And MOUZ just hard calling the bluff here. But look at this position from mopoz. Just looking to cut off this rotation from Bymas. Deep in CT. I don't know how this round's going to play out, but the bomb with 40 seconds could go back to A at a moment's notice, and that might just happen with Davi getting this pick over towards mid as well. MOUZ, the defense is starting to be thin, but they are just still committing, Jim. You're right.
Oh, we're going to jump on in too, and Dexter, he's still alive in this B bomb site. Bymas is but barely, and now there's a lot of work to be done, and I don't think it's doable from this position. It was all on the shoulders of Dexter in that B bomb site. Save the AWP. That's literally it. That's all they can take out of this round, MOUZ. Unconventional strategy from Movistar, but taking control of jungle really did, I guess, cut the head off the snake in that CT side. It was all a matter of timing in those B halls.
Well, it was a solid start to the round. Unfortunately, there was just no finish from MOUZ. They called the bluff, but they just couldn't hit those shots. Movistar committing to the strat, no matter what happened, but just changing the pace at which they made it happen. And look, into round 9, again, all tied up here. And Movistar will have to reinvest, so economy looking okay for another buy after this if things don't go too well. MOUZ, on the other hand, just going to go for that half investment, look to buy into the next, and see what they can do with one M4 and the AWP that have been saved across.
A little bit patchy this round from MOUZ, to say the least, but focusing numbers over towards the A ramp. Sunpice just going through with that boost. They've got their mid protocols going here. Movistar, they've got control of mid. They've been looking quite dangerous too when they've been able to just have free reign. So MOUZ have had some trouble dealing with Movistar, particularly if they have that presence and control around mid connector and jungle. It's looking that way once again. Well, that's
that pick
handy from torzsi, backpedaling.
Able to put MOUZ in a solid position. Still these Deagles, all three defending B, and the numbers starting to come through, flooding in from Movistar, but maybe it's just going to be blood hitting the ground as Dexter takes one head off. Davi just waiting for another swing as well. JDC connecting, and I don't know if this bomb's going to be able to make it to site. Still 2 Deagles standing in the way. Dexter's position known, but they don't know. I bet the man boosted up. Frozen not going to be spotted there as Alex looks to come through. He has to try to save the day, but there's going to be so many numbers in front of him. Dexter doesn't swing off the contact. It's Bymas coming through on the flank to lock down a 5th in a round where MOUZ probably shouldn't have had a chance in winning.
Oh, dear me. That has just gone pear-shaped in the back. torzsi just exiting that forward position. That's a nice shot from Dexter. And there's nothing more frustrating than that, right? Like, you know where the player is. You drop the Molotov to try and force that duel, and they step and 1B you. A little bit disheartening.
what can you do? That's LAN.
That's impact.
Big kills. And MOUZ back in the lead with that one. Strong numbers at the end of the round too means they're going to start to make that economy look nice and tasty for at least 3 of the members. Movistar, we can't say the same thing. They really needed to win that one because not everyone can buy into this. Looks like we are going to see him go for that half investment. Davy down to the Mac 10 as well.
Yeah, just that one rifle though on mopoz. Just trying to keep their money around that sort of, 2 to 2.5K range. They'll be able to buy into this next round, despite the fact that they're sort of, almost rock bottom in that loss bonus. Oh, that grenade should do some damage. Just catches the tail end.
They're starting to flood towards the site, but it's only Davy that makes his way out to bench. Bomb down in a rough to retrieve position, out on the balcony. Some pious, only had that P2 to play with, so not too much going on there for Movistar in round 10. In round 11, they're going to be back on these rifles. Let's see where they decide to go.
JDC starting to have a real impact on this game. It was a bit quiet on map number 1. Really, he was struggling in a lot of those opening duels. Obviously, they were playing that T side too, which probably didn't help his cause. However, now on that CT side, seems to have that B anchor position on lock, but early wave of utility coming out from Movistar, just anticipating some aggression out of MOUZ. They're still quite deep. So with that bomb in Palace, unless something changes fast, you would suspect A is on the cards.
Certainly looks that way. We'll see how this mid control goes. Alex slowly but surely coming in through unders to help out his teammates stuck at top mid. Re-smoke there though. I think they've spotted where that's come from. And MOUZ now starting to turtle back over towards jungle, over towards stairs. Popcorn smoke going to stop Dexter from having too much fun here. And torzsi, he's just ran into a molly. What's gone on there? He was stuck in the vent. He couldn't make his way through. And with the pick, Movistar, they hit the accelerator. Dexter wants to go for the upgrade, but he's still got a few more in the clip. Bink onto Davy, but not enough to finish. JDC does the honors. And mopoz now in a 1-on-2. Looking to clutch this one up for Movistars from triple.
Oh, he goes for the pick 2. Only gets the first. The JDC. He was the lucky one. His head was not chosen, was not clicked. And so it's an expensive round for MOUZ, but the money's there. Their money's really started to build in these last few rounds.
Yeah. That one's a costly one at least.
Yeah.
So, small victories for Movistar. They get that plant, they get a bit of extra cash in the bank. But not enough to go for another full buy, so pistols, Galils, they're going to be purchased up. And here's that molly. So, double click from Alex going all the way to jungle, and it stopped torzsi from making his way through the crawl space.
That's so unfortunate. That's like the worst timing you can possibly cop.
Just couldn't
on
move.
a Molotov. Yeah, you're just trapped.
BL.
It's a glass prison.
F to pay respects, please. We are going to see Movistar look to put full focus over towards A. All 5 members here, just a top mid smoke to try and deny info from MOUZ. Only 2 members to defend, but Bymas has been pretty solid in these positions. Molly looking to stop him from swinging too wide here. Dancing around triple, able to find 2. They still have a lot of health to play with. Flashes starting to come through from his teammates, and he's almost done it all himself. Looking for the ace, he'll find it up against the pistols. Big round from the A-side anchor.
Dear me. This is not looking good for Movistar. I mean, I'm looking across the board there. Really struggling. Deaths is living up to his name.
5 ADR. That's a very small number. I actually thought that was his kills.
He's up. He's up from 2, I think.
He was on. Okay. Well, that's an improvement. We know what he can do, though. He had a solid first map.
Yeah. He's just really struggling in his second. However, it's still early days yet. Starting to get into the middle of this match. And, well, MOUZ have really started to streak away. Dexter on that smoke. Does a lot of damage to Davik. However, Frozen is there. Oh, they're just, these crossfires from MOUZ are just so difficult to break. There we go. Deaths has opened up his account.
Beautiful.
And now, Frozen. Oh, okay. Hang on. There's a world here where Movistar have fought their way back into this round because both CT players are in connector.
Well, Deaths has had a taste now, and he wants some more. Flashy his teammate forward. JDC going to be stuck at stairs. Mopoz takes a second attempt at it, and he'll even find torzsi on a common line through the smoke spam. Big round coming out from Movistar to pull that one back from the brink.
Yeah, mate. Okay. All it took was a little bit of a poke of the bear.
Yeah, well, like, come on, mate. Look, he's doubled his ADR and then some.
Do something. And he's done something. And now Movistar have actually started to wrestle back some control. So this is looking a little bit better for them. They've still got a few rounds to go, though, if they really want to break that CT economy.
Well, what do we got here? Second last round of the half. Movistar again contesting mid. And MOUZ don't have a huge amount left in the tank, so a relatively important round for them here. Same can be said for Movistar, though. They really want to try to make it that 8-7 half, get as close as possible.
Just creeping up that catwalk. MOUZ really aren't contesting mid in some of these mid rounds. So Movistar. Oh, JDC. It's a shooting gallery for him.
Doing real good work for MOUZ at the moment. 15-5. And then Movistar. That might be their entry back into the round. Deaths, another found coming out of apartments. JDC, though, stops him in his tracks. Bomber's going to be down there on short, and he seems to think that someone's posted on the line, so he's worried about a flank. 40 seconds on the clock. And with no money going into the next round, Movistar may already be looking to save this.
They may.
It's a long save, though.
It's a while to wait. JDC, though, after what has been... He had a really rough Ancient, despite the fact that MOUZ were able to take that map.
Yeah.
He was really struggling. Turn it over, turn the page to Mirage. And he's been able to get himself back into the action, and he's 16-5, having a real impact.
Well, this is what I wanted from him, right? He's had a rough couple of series lately. I wanted to see what he's capable of, and he's certainly doing that right now. Picking that AWP up as well. Toss back to torzsi. And MOUZ looking to make this a 10-5 half. But look, 5 on the T side. Wouldn't say that's par, but I wouldn't say it's too far away. So, expect anything in that second half. And we still got one round remaining here. Let's see what Movistar decide to do. It's a very lackluster buy, but at least Sunpire still has that AWP to play with here.
Just hoping for a bit of a CT aggression out of MOUZ. However, MOUZ are not necessarily taking too many risks in this round. Yeah, they've got players around mid-connector playing around some smokes. We've seen that before. But as far as the round is concerned, they haven't overextended themselves. They're actually starting now to work their way back towards the sites here, MOUZ, as Movistar are just posturing for this A execute.
What do we got? So, Alex has 2 smokes to throw. One's going to go to window. Looking to sell the fake of the late mid tag. As the other 4 come across here. Same ones as before, but this time Movistar, they're not going to be flashing through. They're not going to be looking to go to B. Instead, bombs coming out. And, making their way to site now. Bymas going to be stuck here towards Firebox. Not going to be spotting mopoz, who's gone up towards the top of default. Has the smoke as cover, but torzsi still going to be able to strike there over from the top of ticket. Sliding in another. Dexter chimes in for one of his own. And there you go. 10-5 at the half. We've got a second to get to, so we'll see you after the break.
Well, I mean, it's rough to answer out of my perspective if what I bring to the team and what is lacking now with NBK missing. Definitely there is an experience lack, I can't deny that, but I think one of my qualities is the mental game and like bringing fresh energy to everyone, making everyone happy around me, and maybe even making them play better, you know. So yeah, I would say I'm just bringing a lot of energy to the team, you know, and like a lot of freshness, like you pronounced it, and yeah, we'll just have to see where it goes. I mean, the experience I can earn, and I can get better as a player, and I need to. So we'll see where it takes us.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10-5 at the half, and MOUZ, they are looking to make this a 2-0 affair. But let's see how good they're going to go on the terrorist side of Mirage Movistar. We know what they're capable of. On the defense, let's see what the pistol does. And if MOUZ can keep it clean, they've got won every single pistol this series so far.
Now that would be a cool stat to maintain. Davic, get that spot out and drops that smoke. However, MOUZ is just going to pour on in to this site like sugar. And they haven't spotted out Davic until just then. They knew he was around somewhere. However, they aren't able to get the bomb plant down just yet because there are still a few CTs lurking around this site. Bymas is caught with some timing. However, he is traded, and now Alex and torzsi in this 1 versus 1. They play a dangerous game.
Alex will make his way to site. torzsi spots it and allows him to cross, but Alex knows he doesn't have this kit to play with. He needs to go for the kill. torzsi gets deep in apartments, and that time is ticking. Alex, I believe he's left it that little bit too late. Kit, he's missed it as well. Won't even get there in time, but he's heard those footsteps coming. And torzsi closes out the festivities with that P250. So 4 from 4 pistol rounds in this series now for MOUZ.
That is unfortunate for Movistar. Alex he couldn't find the kit, he couldn't find the timing, he just couldn't find much in that round. So did bring it down to a 1 versus 1, just couldn't get the job done. And MOUZ maintain that clean record. However, we're seeing the dual scout coming out from Movistar. Everybody else buying around with some pistols. They've got some util to speak of as well with some smokes. However, no kits on board. So, should have go to the post plant. I wouldn't fancy their chances. However, they've lost Frozen early on in the piece. So, already, that scout having some impact. Sun Pius.
Slowly but surely, MOUZ looking to focus on this mid control again, even with a man down. Movistar happy just to play that passive setup on A. Playing from default, CT, and on top of balcony. Very solid CT setup, especially when you have this man advantage. And Alex may just poke his head in towards Pal at some point, but they're going to smoke it off instead. Popcorn smoke means MOUZ, they can transition up short, slowly but surely, but have a look at this crossfire from Davig up on the balcony. Missed opportunity there to find himself that one tap. Some Pius as well with the scout. Ooh, finishes one. He's got that movement speed to keep on peaking. Numbers thin though. And they're still just trying to find an entry onto any of these Movistar members. They're all going to survive. No, Davig finally falling. But it's a 2-on-4.
Oh,
and
man.
the bomb at least finally planted, Jim.
That is so tough to watch. MOUZ are just barely clinging on to this round so far. However, they can still grind their way out here. Bymas, though, he's the only one left in the 3 versus 1. Finds the first. And is now looking for the other two. He does the ring around the rosy. The high stakes are real. These 2 scouts are posted up. However, make that a 1 versus 1. Is Bymas going to be able to claw MOUZ out of an untenable situation? I would say so.
He's done it.
And that is perfect. Bymas is keeping MOUZ alive here and could potentially be sending Movistar Riders home on first day of IEM Dallas.
Oh, that would be very sad for all the Movistar fans out there. And I know there's a lot of them. Very vocal. I'm sure they'll be very sad if that is a reality. Look, it's luck of the draw. And MOUZ coming into this, we're not looking like they were in their finest form. So I feel like this is a much needed victory to try and get that confidence back, going deeper in this lower bracket here at IEM Dallas. Dexter opening things up with the MP5. I have not seen that bought for a while.
It's been a while between drinks, that's for sure.
It's done the job.
Or at least in the case of the MP5, it's been a while between dinks. Got him.
You got him good with that one.
Absolutely.
Well, one dig in the hands of Davig here. Not going to be able to connect there, nor see anyone through that window smoke. And MOUZ navigating this round well. Bymas heads up, ready for that aggressive positioning from Alex. And slowly but surely, MOUZ, they're going to be rotating straight back towards A. Deaths up on the balcony, looking to punish Bymas. He could go down within a second or two. Oh.
The bootlace.
Clean round, though. Got to give it to MOUZ. Big flank coming through already from mopoz. He knows he's got the timing. But Bymas, I just watched him turn around here on the map, and I don't think there's too much of a chance for mopoz here.
Ooh. You call that round clean. I call that hospital grade.
Yeah.
That's how clean it is. Disinfected. Now, Movistar have got a mountain to climb. If they are to continue to play on here at IEM Dallas, MOUZ, well, I mean, they have looked far more lively in this best of 3 than we saw them earlier today. So let's just see whether or not they can continue that momentum on through. It is a pretty brutal format, though, I will add.
It really is, but look, that's IEM. So you've got to get through the early games, you've got to get to the late games, and you've got to get to the stage games. You've got to entertain everyone that's going to IEM Dallas, watching in the arena over the weekend. I'm sure that'll be a good time. And MOUZ, they can hear that crowd. Movistar. I've got all these guns cranking finally. Some Pius looking to wrap his way into CT. Will he get here in time? Bomb going to be dropped there down towards default. Bymas still safe for the moment. Plenty of util to use for both sides. Some Pius though, happy just to lock down the objective. Bymas retrieves it. Bias, ready for that swing out. Pal, tap comes through. mopoz going to start to make his way in, flooding from jungle. Frozen now in a 1-on-4. And he started things nicely, but he's got a few more to find. Davig Going to be that third man over towards CT, and he's not expected. Frozen, a chance, but Movistar on the board for the second half and not allowing MOUZ to run away with the game just yet.
Good amount of damage done to the economy. But, yeah, in that situation, he had no idea where the last two remaining players were, so very difficult one to claw your way out of. However, they will be able to get a nice buy on the back of this Movistar. Got that AWP on torzsi. Just see if you can fashion some opening picks again. Not really one to try and open things up on his own. Just more so looking to punish over-aggressive CT plays. So, don't think that's going to play out this round. However, Alex does get quite aggressive out short. They are putting a bit of chip damage here on MOUZ. Particularly Dexter has just copped the brunt of it. However, needs to hard clear that angle. mopoz having the better of him. However, Frozen has got himself in a great position. Sunpius, though, way too quick on that trigger.
Switched on. Good molly as well to just buy some space at the back of sight there for Davi. And mopoz as well, stopping this swing the whole way across. There's so much control on site, and MOUZ, they've got absolutely none of it. torzsi, a little bit further behind here in apps. At least has time on his side, but not much health to play with as mopoz swings out there from the short pillar. And it's going to be 7 on the board. 4 alive as well, which is huge for Movistar's economy.
Starts to build. Start to build some momentum here as well. And I mean, as we were saying, this is the map pick for Movistar for a reason. The CT side is actually quite a strong one. So they're now finally on their more favoured side. They're starting to put some rounds together. I reckon if they start to hit that double-digit territory, they're really going to start to bounce. And, well, MOUZ are just going to try and bait out as much utility as possible. I thought they were going to commit to that waterfall. But no, they're just trying to pull as many grenades away from Movistar as possible.
Just playing with sound cues. Having a bit of fun with the Glocks. And looking to keep that spacing tight. Alex kills on a smorgasbord around the corner, but he's only going to be able to find one. I think Sunpius actually stole that away. mopoz spots Frozen there with the AWP at the top of Con. And that nade is going to do huge damage. Frozen forced to run away from it. Already cost him his life, and mopoz mops up. 8 on the board for Movistar. Now just a 5-round gap between them and MOUZ, who need 3 to take the series.
Now, just quickly looking at the stats. Yeah, 62% round win percentage on CT side for Movistar. So, clearly their better side. But this is a true test. Dexter beats Sunpius out that window. That's fast. He's got his skates on, Dexter. Sunpius has been a real menace with that AWP, so that's a real key component of Movistar Riders' defense down.
That's pure spawn diff coming through there. mopoz tried to get that trade happening. Flash across the top. He really wants his mitts on the AWP. And he's going to be able to reach just far enough. 2-2 setup now for Movistar, just giving up mid completely. And MOUZ, it looks like we're going to see that bomb slowly but surely make its way to A. I guess we'll wait and see.
Still in transition. Again, just not wanting to reveal or take risks because they don't have advanced positioning in mid. So just leaving Dexter to perhaps that late lurk role. Not really an active lurk at the moment.
Well, that smoke's come into window. torzsi lined that up for a bit, and it's all going to trickle down to the timing. But Movistar, they've started to stack this A site. You see that three-pronged defense. One towards the top of balcony. Alex is going to start to get aggressive, but Bymas holds his ground. Now the defense starts to crumble. Depth as well. Throws himself that one-way molly, going to force him off the bricks for the moment, and Bymas just does the whole damn thing himself. 3 big picks. And a 5v1 right now. mopoz just wants to save the AWP.
Bymas has had an absolute blinder of a map. I mean, he's 27-9. He's just hitting everything. He's forging his way into these sites. So he's not only finding the first kill, he's finding the second and the third in a lot of these instances. And that's really starting to stack up the numbers. And as MOUZ surge towards this match point, I mean, Movistar have got to be thinking now. Contingency. Mopoz is barely going to be able to save this AWP, I would suspect.
Oh, he'd be lucky if he's uncleared here. Still tucked away. JDC not going to spot him, but over the top, Dexter gets that sniper rifle out of his grasps. And now MOUZ need just 2.
Well, that could have been a really solid buy coming out for Movistar. Yeah, Dexter's just straight out skated him.
Yeah. Swinging wide, swing with pride. He's made it happen. Leads by example. Allows Bymas just to follow up.
Dear me.
And look, Frozen, earlier on in that best of 1, he was doing a lot of the heavy lifting for MOUZ, but he hasn't really had to in the last 2 maps. A lot of the rest of the gentlemen on MOUZ are all firing up just when it's needed here to save their tournament lives. Movistar, as you mentioned, that buy could have been that little bit better, but after the tactical, we'll see what they're going to be able to do here to try to defend these sites. Alex just with a CZ.
I mean, in days gone by, you would have said that would have been enough, but
Not anymore. Many, many days, Jim.
Many moons ago. Let me take you on a journey to the era of Fnatic. Now, are we going to see Movistar maybe take some unnecessary risks? mopoz he's out on his own. No trade potential here. Doesn't get the jump onto torzsi. Almost expecting that, weren't they, MOUZ?
And Alex playing to his strengths in terms of this range here. Close towards A main with the CZ. Can definitely farm up a storm. But he's got to get past Bymas, and that itself is an issue. Going wide, Shadow not going to be an issue, and he makes it happen. Okay. Gets his mitts on an AK, and now things not going right for MOUZ as it's brought back to this 4-on-4. At least they've got mid control, but where are they going to go from here?
That's the question. They've got no other map territory, so to speak of. Dexter's trying to forge that right now. He's trying to pull that rotation maybe over towards that B-bomb site. However, Sunpius and Alex have combined to just destroy MOUZ.
Huge.
They had absolutely no direction. Dexter was trying to provide it. And so, Movistar collapse on mid, and that is the collapse of MOUZ.
Still just 2 away, though. And they do have that cash in the bank to buy up at least 1 more round. That'll be this one. Movistar. This is that comeback position that they want to find themselves in, right? They allowed that round loss bonus to trickle away slightly for MOUZ. And if they can string some together here, themselves in prime position, but Bymas denying any early territory for mopoz, who's gone aggressive early. And Deaths is even thinking about doing the same damn thing. Carl Smoke stopping the bust from one of these prongs of attack. Death's up towards the top of balcony, able to swing for the trade. But the numbers still strong for MOUZ, and the timing is better for Bymas. 2v4 now. And Movistar in a round where they needed to keep that economy strong. It's all going south, Jim.
It certainly is, and unfortunately, you don't want to go too much further south when you're in Dallas, and you'll exit the state. And that's exactly what might be happening to Movistar Riders here. Oh, there we go. The final domino falls there, and so it is match and series point for MOUZ Sports.
Looking
so they could be sending Movistar Riders home.
How far away is Spain from Dallas? In miles, because we're on NA broadcast time.
In miles.
In miles, yeah.
I'm gonna
miles,
go.
Don't you?
3,500.
Mate, that's a quick Google check. Either way, Deaths. That is a strong start to the round, one that was desperately needed for all these Movistar fans out there who currently have their head in their hands, worried about not getting to see too much more Movistar here at IEM Dallas. torzsi answers with 1 for MOUZ. Keeps the numbers strong. Frozen boosted, takes the head off of mopoz, who was not expecting that off angle already. but they're not going to clear the caller. So Pius might make this one achievable. And he's brought it back to a 2-on-2. Controlling connector.
Oh, this is all to play for here for Movistar. Smoke will go down. They have to play around each other now, MOUZ. They can't get tripped up on one another.
Oh, that nade. I thought it was going to get that little bit more damage done. And Davik just trying to draw as much attention as possible as Pius starts to make his way all the way to A main. Wants to edge out and has a molly to play with. He needs to find the position to put it in. Bymas, he's not worried about this position at all. So it's gone down to torzsi to try to clutch, and the molly may just do it. The spread not quite there, but it's not enough to cover. And Movistar live to tell the tale for one more round, at least getting the double digits here. But the money for them is all over the place. MOUZ, they've got that round loss worked up. They got the bomb plant money. How's it looking at the end of it? Almost everyone can buy but torzsi. And even then, he can go to a Galil if he wants. Someone's tossed him the AWP.
Yeah.
Who's going to be copping the L here?
I mean, Pius has been just massive for Movistar. He's kept them alive here in this round. But his performance throughout this series has been a real shining star for Movistar. And if they stay alive here, it's going to be on the back of his performances. So MOUZ, they are, again, on those gun rounds. However, the money tree starting to need a little bit of fertilizer.
Let's see if Frozen can be that fertilizer. Making his way up, Con. Smoke to play around, but no eyes on his position. So, would definitely turn into a nuisance. Just a matter of moments. Alex as well, just had that one way, had that gap in the side of the window smoke. Dropping a molly early. And Deaths. A crucial position to stop any push coming out from A main. He goes unchecked. One molly remaining, but that's in the hands of Frozen, and he's nowhere to be seen towards this A push. From the front, at least. And Movistar, knowing that they don't need to be the ones to make a move with this man advantage, but they might just do it anyway. Alex, dry peeking mid, finds the perfect timing, and in comes this con push, flash across the top, and still, that sandwich, Death's going to be tucked away. Had a rough start to the map. Let's see if he can finish. No, he's going to go down. Bymas from above, just clearing from straight down at Tetris, and that's the A-site defenses thinned back, and the numbers swinging back towards MOUZ.
Oh, dear me, Mac, it is 5,000 miles from Dallas to Madrid. I've checked it, and this is maybe where Movistar are headed.
Oh, Pius. Man's still alive. Man's kicking on 19 points of health, and he's waiting for mopoz to come through on the flank. torzsi, close range, with a very expensive shotgun, and it's going to connect right onto his torso. Pius, he's been solid. He's been trying to carry the boys to victory, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Spotted, attention drawn, and JDC closes it 2-0 for MOUZ here in this lower bracket series.